Hello y'all. Welcome to part 5 of my Georgia Stalin Path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod Kaiserredux. In part 4, Josip Jagashvili notably took care of some of his political opponents in the Georgian socialist state. And currently we have one division here that's not part of the army. Let's fix that. They're part of Army 1 now. And our neighbor to the north, it seems, the North Caucasian Imamate, is busy fighting its northern neighbor, the Don Republic, it looks like. Yes, they are. And we have a non-aggression pact with the North Caucasian Imamate. They took some land from us, basically, Abkhazia, and they did it for our protection or something like that. In reality, we couldn't really stop them from doing it since we were busy trying to fight Azerbaijan, and so I didn't want to risk a second war. And I want to try and revoke that non-aggression pact as soon as possible. We'll cancel it at the very least. And the earliest day we can do that is the 27th of December, 1937. And it's currently the 18th of October, 1937. So we have a few months we will have to wait for us to do that. So right now, let's just have all of our soldiers on the border here in Georgia face, what is this? Chechnya. Just have them watch Chechnya and keep a close eye on the fighting going on up north where Kalmykia used to be. I think they had their land split between the Don Republic and Russia. There's a peace treaty there between Panama and the Kingdom of Canada. Good for them for working out their issues or whatever. Now let's modify our officer corps. Let us, Maklik's going to fight Tibet. Let's get a Army High Command focus, well, for logistics. And then let's go for fleet logistics. We do have a navy. It's not the largest navy in the world, but it still is a navy, so it is something we have to be somewhat concerned about. And how's this going here? Outdated equipment production. Yes, I know I need to change that. Make some more advanced basic infantry equipment. So let's change that now. Make some Mauser or DK-35s. That should be a good upgrade for our troops. And that will say it will take some time for our units to be equipped with all that. And it looks like the Don Republic is breaking through somewhere, and the Republic of Haiti, it seems, lost to the Dominican Republic and Hispaniola. The Sichuan clique declared war on Tibet. Yeah, so Don Republic is pushing. They may get an encirclement here in Tarik. It could happen. It could potentially happen if they can just close that one province, just capture that, and just trap those forces there. That would be brutal for the Imamate, who could potentially go down here. So they're just battling over who can dominate the North Caucasus region. It seems. What is the Cuban People's Republic doing? They have become a puppet of the Ukrainians, it looks like. Oh, they did. And we got an event here. It says, let me read this. Wealth collection. This comes from an event, a focus being completed, but it says the Supreme Economic Council successfully drafted and passed the reduction of the non-essential ownership law. Well, quote-unquote, reduction of the non-essential ownership law. This has allowed for the state to collect all private wealth deemed non-essential to the living standard of citizens. This wealth would then be used to fund state projects. Citizens already lost the right to private property, and with the law enforced by the Militant People's Guard, it is unlikely that we shall face resistance. More importantly is the decision of where a portion of this new found wealth should go. It would be wise to reward loyal government members. However, such transfers of money should provide them with more power. On the hand, the chairman could keep it all for himself to ensure the rightful distribution of cash flow. And let's have the chairman to just hold on to it. And even if we said loyalty has its own rewards and chose to give people, I don't know, base stability wouldn't change. So just do that then. Now in the national focus tree, let's start doing loyalty or fear. Workers, soldiers, government officials all pledged their undying allegiance to Jagashvili. It is through love of the chairman, or perhaps the result of our successful show of force. The answer is irrelevant, for it is undeniable that the chairman's strength and power is unquestionable. And once this is done, the popularity of totalism will rise up, and we'll also have manpower go up by 5,000. So that's a good deal there. Start doing that. That will take 35 days to complete that focus. And in the research tree, let us go to improved infantry equipment 1, start researching that. That will take 145 days. Let us modify the military high command again. Forget it. Yeah, okay, actually, Spirit of the Air Force? I don't know, forget that also. Just don't worry about it for now. We should be good, I'm thinking. And what is going on in the Balkans? It looks like the Tsardom of Bulgaria is holding back against the Romanians, Greeks, and Serbians for now, even though they've lost their capital. So that's a pretty bad ordeal for them. And Panama declared war on Costa Rica. That's something that's going on here in the focus tree. What can we do at this point? Let us start, well, in the research tree, let's start researching support weapons too. Get that done. Yes, so we'll start doing that research, and that will be done in about, what is that, 142 days, I believe. Let me see who has taken more casualties in that Don Republic, North Caucasian Imamate War. So the Don Caucasian War, 14,000 casualties for the North Caucasian Imamate. Meanwhile, the Don Republic has around 34k, so 14,000 to 34,000, which is, I don't know. The Don Republic, I don't think was able to get that encirclement like they wanted, but they're still trying to push downward. I mean, they're trying to hold their ground. I'm pretty sure they've lost territory a lot, but they're going to have to change that if they have any plans of winning. And I need to go ahead and deploy this division, don't I? Should I? I don't know. Maybe, yes. Let's deploy them now and put this division over here. I got to split up my forces more. Have a few of these infantry troops, well, a few of the, a handful of infantry divisions go over to Abkhazia, and a couple of other ones go over to our new territory in Azerbaijan that basically borders the, oh my goodness gracious, right click. Okay, it's not all of them, that's too many of them. Shift, there we go. And shift click to get all those selected. So I need to move these divisions out more, have these guys stationed over here. Yes, just so we can hold on to Azerbaijan just in case we do have to invade or fight in those areas. I don't want to compromise my own defenses so much here if we do have to fight the North Caucasian Imamate to try and capture Abkhazia once more. And I need more manpower, don't I? I need manpower all the time, it seems. Can I go up more on the conscription law? That'd be optimal. Can I do that? I don't think I can until I'm at war with someone. Oh well, it is just something we've got to deal with. And Don Republic, still losing ground, it seems. Now they've lost part of Elista, and the Cuban People's Republic is going to fight the Don Republic. Are they going to be aided by anyone at all? Yes. Maybe. I have no idea. Wait, are they going to get aid? How's that going to work? So, maybe they will. Not so sure. So, Don Republic may be biting off more than they can chew. And what stops them from calling in Ukraine? Like, what's the deal there? I don't get it. Can they just call in Ukraine? They are a puppet, are they not? Is it because they declared war on them? Maybe it is. I don't entirely know. Yeah. So, that's just something interesting to observe. And the Cuban People's Republic is losing ground, loyalty or fear. That's something that is done now in the focus tree. It is like the 10th of December, I think. And let's start doing the focus here. Resist Russian influence. It says, linguistics are more than the spoken tongue. Through linguistics, a nation can exert power over other nations. The cultural influence of Russia through the power of the Russian language is a remnant of imperialistic control. We must smash this oppression. It says so here in the focus tree. That's just a description. And once this is done, we'll get an event called Russian Language Banned, and the Russian Republic will like us less for banning the Russian language, I guess. I mean, it makes sense. And now the Don Republic is fighting Ukraine. They're just taking on everyone, aren't they? Or maybe Ukraine will call in assistance. I don't know if they'll do that or not, though. The Don Republic is trying to push hard. However, can I cancel this, please? I want to cancel this so bad. Oh my goodness, 27th of December. I thought it was 17th of December. Do I not have enough political power for this? I don't know. So, Chief of Staff, who do we go with? School of Mass Combat to fall Warsaw, and Galicia Lodomeria is pushing back hard. Well, Galicia Lodomeria, no doubt their Austrian allies are pushing back the Polish Republic hard, and they're losing ground there. So that's pretty severe for them, since they were involved in that conflict in the first place to help Hungary, and Hungary lost, so obviously they're not really an element to be concerned with anymore. Do I justify on these guys? I need world tension to be slightly higher. Oh, come on, I need like a 50%, don't I? And there goes the Polish Republic. They're done for. Don Republic is just going to get beaten hard, aren't they? Yeah. It doesn't seem like that's going to end. Can I cancel non-aggression pact? Yes, I can. Cancel that now. And can I please justify on them? Please. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Okay, yeah. I think in the time it takes, since the Don Republic decided to have the bright idea to fight the Cuban People's Republic, I don't think I'm going to be able to fight the North Caucasian Imamate in time while they're still involved in that conflict, which is unfortunate. But that's just how it's gonna, how the cookie crumbles there. Now let's research motorized, get that done, please. And resist Russian influence will be done soon. Alright then, come on, give it a little bit more time. And now the Illyrian Interim Republic is going to fight the Austrians. Or are they? Yes, they are. Huh, so Illyria's there. So is Fiume. What is going on in the Austrian Empire? Like, Austro-Hungary is just, there's so many, I don't know, just very interesting to look at everything going on there. What is going on in Transylvania? Illyria, probably. It probably has to do with Illyria. And Hungary is going to have a bad time, aren't they? Because I imagine their army isn't that strong since they lost the war. Yeah, that is just bad for them, isn't it? World tension is only at 48%. And now Slovenia is going to fight the Austrian Empire. So Austria, Slovenia took some land from Fiume, but it doesn't matter. Slovenia is doing their thing. Russian language is banned. Alright, it says here, as part of continuing attempts by the chairman to decrease outside influence on the nation, the Russian language, which has been commonly used throughout Georgia's history, has been banned. Those found to be speaking Russian in public, as well as the distribution of materials printed in Russian, are to be fined. Repeated offenders will be sentenced to forced labor. Meanwhile, minority communities are being targeted by state educational forces who have the task of spreading the use of the Georgian language to as many as possible. All Russian influence will be crushed. And with that, now in the focus tree, let's start doing promoting Georgian culture. And that'll take 35 days, as about all these other focuses did. It says, banning the Russian language was only the first step to uniting the nation. The beauties of Georgian culture must be promoted and enforced upon all. Ethnic minorities have been far too long insulted. Well, they have far too long insulted our nation through practicing their opposing culture. Instead, we shall educate them on Georgian values and way of living. So again, an event about the Orthodox Church of Georgia and something called, national spirit called Georgian chauvinism, which will grant us a higher recruitable population and make it somewhat faster to justify war goals. So Georgia is trying to basically force Georgian as a language upon everyone within its country. So, I mean, Georgian socialism, Georgian all that, it's like not very, I don't know, just what Joseph Jogashvili's regime is attempting to do within his country. And I cannot look away from, like, the Balkans and Austria because there's just so much chaos there. Illyria is pushing hard into Austria. Well, more so Hungary than anywhere else. And Bulgaria is holding strong. They retook their capital, so good for them. Oh, they lost it again. Never mind. Forget what I just said. I think they lost their capital just as I said that. So that is just, oh my goodness gracious. Can I justify on you yet? Please. I can't do it. I gotta wait forever to justify on them. The North Caucasian Imamate, we're never gonna fight you. And the Don Republic, I wonder who's gonna get all their land once they lose the war. Because they are losing. They're fighting Ukraine, they're fighting the Don Cuban Republic, and they're fighting the North Caucasian Imamate. So they're fighting on, well, they're fighting 3 countries effectively with no allies at all, which may not have been the best idea to attack the Don Cuban Republic, but here we are, or the Cuban People's Republic. That was a big mistake, definitely. And what is going on here? Well, looking at Bulgaria, again, they're starting to lose more ground, it seems, which is not going to be very good for them. They're pushing, but they're also losing ground more, especially around the more western part of their country. Checking in on Illyria. They are now fighting Venice, it looks like. Maybe. Red Flood, there's some event there about a book, I think. And let us start building some civilian factories here. Build some civilian factories in Georgia. Yes, get that done now. And here's a new division. Add them to Army 1. So that brings Georgia, the Georgian Socialist States Army up to 12 divisions overall. And, the Orthodox Church of Georgia, I'm going to read this. So, the Georgian Orthodox Church is an ancient structure that can date itself back to the 5th century. To the greater populace, the teachings of Christ are intrinsically linked to their way of life. Although no longer a religious man, Jogashvili can remember a time when, as a young boy, he too served the word of Christ. It is because of this that the situation of the church is one of great sensitivity. Whilst it provides unity for the people, it also serves as a powerful entity that does not submit itself to the chairman, nor does it renounce its communion with other churches within nations hostile to us. We must decide the fate of the church. Do we maintain its enormous presence in society, or listen to the socialist influences of those who oppose it? And let's just say, one option here has us gain base stability, and one has us gain 50 political power. So let's go with what gives us stability, and it says here, the church is an integral part of the Georgian culture. So the Orthodox Church of Georgia stays around in the Georgian socialist state effectively. And with that, I'm going to end what is part 5 of my Georgia Stalin Path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod Kaiserredux here. If you enjoyed the mod, you can check it out in the video description. The link to it is there. If you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.